Hey there, I'm Mark Richardson, and welcome to Sticker Dick's Garage, the podcast where we're going to delve into the world of all things with motors. Whether it be motorcycles, cars, trucks, boats, etc., if it's got a motor, we're going to talk about it. Whether I'm sharing personal stories, chatting with guests, or just having some off-the-cuff fun, my goal is to leave you with something real. A laugh, a lesson, or a new way to look at motorsports lifestyles. Glad to have you here. Hit that subscribe button so you never miss a ride. Hey guys, welcome back to Sticker Dick's Garage. As you know, I'm Mark Richardson. This is Trae Staker with Staker Productions.
How are you guys?
Good to see you.
Good to see
I
you.
appreciate you coming on. I know you said you don't really want to do this kind of stuff, but you know you're a promoter, so you gotta promote stuff.
I know. I absolutely hate being in front of people and being on camera and stuff like that. That's for the longest I avoided it the best I possibly could, but now unfortunately it's becoming unavoidable.
Well, I'm about to say it seems like in a lot of ways we don't really know that each other that well. We've seen each other at your shows,
Yep.
and we see each other on social media.
Yep.
And so it makes you think you know somebody, but I really don't know a lot about you.
I was gonna say, I mean, I feel like I've known you for 5 years at this point.
Yeah, but so give me, just to help get us started, give us a little background about who you are, how you started, what you do, and things like that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Staker Productions started in 2019. We started in parking lots, just doing small meets because I was tired of. I've always been a part of Jacksonville's car scene since I was young, but I was getting tired of being chased around and going to different locations constantly because nobody had the correct permissions or
Right.
the correct. You're allowed to be there, all of these things. So you spend your Saturday night being chased all around Jacksonville trying to just get a cool spot together.
Just to hang out.
Yeah, exactly. So I was like, I saw a need and I started doing it right. I started getting the permitting. I started getting the permissions, all of that kind of stuff. And it kind of just expanded from there.
Yeah.
And then COVID hit. And so we were one of the only things that were allowed to happen because it wasn't super close quarters and it was
Right.
outdoors and all of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And that took the events to a whole different level.
I was gonna say I could see that. I could see that.
Mhm.
But you're right, because they're, especially up north, they went
Yeah.
crazy with the restrictions. Where down here we were a little bit more open.
Yeah.
And but yeah, your shows really grew and
Mhm.
are growing. And
Yeah.
and I enjoy going to your shows.
I
I
appreciate
mean,
it.
obviously I've been into cars a lot longer than you. I'm almost 70 now, and I've been doing cars for over 45 years. And I've done, with clubs, I've done promotions of shows and all, and it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
And a lot of these people don't appreciate the things you have to go through. Like you said, permitting,
Yeah.
insurance, where's the bathrooms going to be?
Yeah.
Where can I park and not park?
Yep.
Dealing with the today's world, Karens and everybody, right?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, to be specific, like Summer Showcase and Wings and Wheels, those events are a year to 2 years in the planning for each time it happens.
Yeah.
Specifically, Wings and Wheels is almost 2 years worth of planning before the event actually happens.
Well, that's, and that event is really cool. I like it. I know other people have done similar events throughout the country where you have fly-ins, and now cars are kind of blended into the fly-ins because a lot of guys that have planes have cars and vice versa, and they all like them.
Yep.
Speed. Heck, I think you remember I had that Firebird that I dressed up like a P-51 fighter
Yes.
plane because I don't like to fly, but I think flying is cool.
Exactly.
And I know the airport show that you do in St. Augustine is a fantastic show. This year was especially a really good show.
Yeah.
You did a better
It was a
job
lot colder.
well, you did a better job of getting a cooler
Yeah.
spot as far as temperature.
That's for sure. I
Yeah.
mean, going from such extreme heats that if you stood in one place for too long, your shoes started to melt, to being cold and being able to wear a jacket, that was fantastic.
Yeah, yeah.
I would much rather wear multiple layers than be dying of
Right,
heat.
right. Well, and it just really makes it a lot nicer, and it's fun. And your shows are, I mean, because we have all kinds of shows, like every play does, all different kinds of country. We have the cruise-ins, we have the little small gatherings, we have the teenagers that go, like you said, and hang out in the parking lot and get run off by the cops, and things like that. And so we need people like you that put together an event to where all types of people can get together and learn from each other.
Yeah.
Uh, and I know I'm very eclectic with my particular car
I
choices.
love your structures though. You always come out with such an awesome setup.
Well, that's why, like I said, I'm looking forward to your downtown show, the
Hmm.
summer showcase, because I am almost done with Big Booger, which is the ramp truck.
Yep. I
I
love that thing.
I'm about a week away from having it running again.
That's
The
awesome.
Mini Cooper is done, and so
Good.
it'll be ready to go on the truck. I have a '68 GMC
Hmm.
that I just finished, and I sent you the information on it. I haven't been accepted yet, so but hopefully it'll get accepted.
Yeah, we'll be
And
sending out the next round of acceptances first week of
first
August.
week of August.
So, and
And
we're also possibly rolling out a new registration software as
oh,
well,
cool.
that will make things significantly easier with an app and everything along
Yeah.
those lines, where you'll have a QR code, you can get scanned in. It'll make your life
And
easy.
that's one of the things that, you know, you can help me understand this a little bit better. I have noticed more and more on different social media
Mhm.
platforms when people promote their shows. Lately, the smaller ones have gotten to where they say, "Look, we're not taking online registrations
Yeah.
because there's so much theft going on. People are cloning our site and saying,
Yeah.
we're you, send the money to us, and they're stealing money from people."
Hmm.
And you went and, like I said, you use a service
Yeah.
right now, but now you're getting ready to create your own.
Yeah, so we have been using a software that was specifically designed for us. We have found a lot of kinks and a lot of issues with like the types of photos you can submit and all of these different things. And so we have we're moving away from that, and we started talking with a new company that's been released in the last 6 months, that has solved a lot of the problems that we've had with our site. And so we're hoping we had a great conversation yesterday and the last couple of weeks, and hopefully be able to roll that out in August.
Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, we're in the beginning of August now.
Yep.
The show that you have coming up is August,
September 26th.
September 26th. So we're about a month and a half out.
Yep.
2 months almost, but I think the buzz has been huge.
Yeah.
The show is going to be downtown Jacksonville.
Yep.
On the water, but also on the street.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the show is set to be in Fort on Bay, right across the street from Deca Live and Keen's Tavern. We will be shutting down Bay Street, and that part of Bay Street will be where two of our sponsors are and our exotic showcase. And then when you walk into the grass area that's on the water itself, you will walk into our vendor and sponsor market. And then once you walk through that, you'll end up at our show, which will be right on the water.
That's going to be great. I tell you, because with August is obviously very hot.
Yeah.
But there's always been a good breeze that comes off the river.
Yes, insane.
And I think that's going to really help.
I think that'll be a big difference.
Yeah, and on
Last
the
year,
grass
some
area,
showcase.
you'll be able to put tents up and all.
Yep.
Where I know when you did the beaches show last year and the years before, there were certain areas you couldn't put tents because you were on the boardwalk and things like that. And even though you're on the ocean, it was
There
still
was no breeze.
Yeah, no breeze.
The dunes really kept the breeze away,
Yeah.
and then plus the space was like the beach was up here, the space was down here, and so it was just dry heat all day.
Yeah, and you really couldn't see the ocean because the dunes were up and you were right by the pier. So it was a great location in some ways, but a bad location in other ways. And you had challenges with the locals not particularly appreciating us blocking things and all.
That's very true.
And I guess is that part of the reason why it moved from the beach is because of the challenges?
Yes and no. We wanted to keep it there. Unfortunately, we hit the max. The city wasn't willing to expand us any further. What we had last year with the boardwalk, that was like the max that we could do, and we filled it as you saw.
Oh yeah, you packed
and so,
it.
But part of the reason is that Jacksonville has finally, I don't know if they've officially announced it, but they have announced that they will be renovating that entire area. And it will no longer be able to host the events that I do.
Right.
Because they are doing like concrete stadium seating and a bunch of other stuff.
Amphitheater and things like that. Yeah.
So it's cool because we're the last person to ever do it.
True. That's true. It is cool. But I'm telling you what you've pulled off with this downtown show. I mean, I realize it hadn't happened yet. We don't know what's going to happen, but it's on par with things that happened in Nashville, Memphis. Sue and I went to a show in Memphis where they did that with the live music.
See, that's cool.
I mean, it was right there on, I can't remember the name of the damn street.
Is it Beale Street?
Beale Street. Thank you. On Beale Street,
Mm,
motorcycles, cars, they shut
that's
down
awesome.
all of Beale Street. And so it was really cool. Well,
Yeah,
you're the same way. Bay Street, people don't realize Bay Street's a huge road.
yeah,
I mean, you're to get the city to let you block off part of it was
yeah.
probably a challenge.
It was,
Yeah.
especially because apparently now we have a lot of these automated taxis or something.
Yeah.
So they're like, we have to submit this closure to them 3 months in advance. I'm like, that's crazy.
Yeah. So they don't come
Yeah,
walking through or running through your area.
definitely don't want that.
You know, I'm smacking into a
No,
Lamborghini or a Maserati or
definitely
anything.
not. But
But
we are excited because I mean,
yeah,
our hope is that because it's been I don't know if you know, but it's been at least 7, 8 years since there was an actual car event that happened downtown, and I'm
yeah,
pretty sure
of
it
any
was
size.
Cars and Coffee that used to do it at Jack Stadium back
Yeah.
before they
Well,
became
yeah,
Caffeine
yeah.
and Octane.
Well, I know, yeah, and I know the last big show where it was like more than 1,000 cars would have been a Good Guy show we had around the stadium back in the 90s.
Oh, wow.
So I mean, Jacksonville just wasn't car friendly in a lot of ways,
Right.
and because especially when we lost to drag strip,
Mhm.
and they've always had a like all cities have a problem right now with the takeovers.
Yeah.
When the slingshots came out real big,
Yep.
and the motorcycles, and they started doing takeover. They tried to do it in Jacksonville, and that got shut down real fast.
Yeah.
It don't
And
happen.
I mean,
Yeah,
it was a lot of work, but I
yeah,
will say the city was really open to working with us and finding a location that was worthwhile for us.
yeah.
And I mean, it took us 6 months of testing different locations, going back and forth with meetings, but they were with me
Well,
the
I
entire
really
way.
think
So
the area you've got picked out is going to be fantastic. I I believe it's really going to grow for you, and I think it's going to be a showcase because, like you said, you're blending. The thing I like about your shows is that yes, you have the exotics. We have a promoter here in town that does morning specials, morning social
yes.
out in Nocatee,
Mhm.
and it's mostly the exotics,
Mhm.
and that's his prime concern, and that's
Right.
fine. That's cool. And then some of us white trash rednecks show up, and it's okay. But in your shows, you are a little more open, and
Mhm.
yes, you have like you said, you're gonna have the exotics on Bay Street, which I think is a good idea, and then you have the grass area, and you'll have all the regular, some high end cars, but
Yeah,
also a lot of the rat rods, low end cars, the
exactly.
everyday guys' cars. Your entry fees are not that high.
Mhm.
If you do want to pay the more money, like I did, so
Yep.
I could have
That
a nice
VIP.
spot and all. I
Yep.
mean, I want to have a good time.
Mhm.
This is going to be an all day event, so I want to be
Exactly.
able to enjoy myself. And of course, I'm trying to worm my way in to do a live podcast,
I mean, I think we
and
should do it.
I'm hoping I would like
It
to.
would be awesome.
I think it'd be really cool. I'd like to get the people just walking by, do it on
Yeah,
Facebook, do it on Instagram, do it on YouTube, and have fun with it. So
I think that could be a
officially,
lot of fun.
I've asked him, and he said he thought it'd be fantastic. So
Yeah.
we'll have to work on that.
I mean, the reason we're doing this is because we love the community.
Yeah.
So we're not going after one genre of car. We're not going after one type.
No.
I love racing. I love drag racing. I love drifting. I love anything and everything that has anything to do with
Yeah.
automotive. So
Yeah.
if I can put everybody together in one
Yeah.
spot
Yeah.
where if you're coming,
Yeah.
it's gonna be a little bit of
Well,
everything.
and
That's
that's
my
good.
excitement.
Well, and it also, like I said, it blends because that's the problem with our hobby
Mhm.
slash sport. Because some people do consider it a sport
Yeah.
because they're competing, yes, for trophies, but or a ribbon or
Yeah.
whatever. But but you got to get the 18-year-olds, the 16-year-olds that are driving
Exactly.
with the 70 and the 80-year-olds, and make them understand that hey, yeah, okay, I've got $1 million car sitting here,
Mhm.
but I know you're just as proud of your $10,000 car and
Exactly.
put maybe more work into it than I do in my $1 million car that I pay,
Right.
some dealership to take care of. But we
Exactly.
both can learn from each other.
Right, and
And
we can
yeah,
100% coexist. I mean,
yeah,
at the end of the
yeah,
day, we're all car guys
yep,
and car girls. Like
yep,
we just want to have a good time and be surrounded by our hobby and
yeah.
like you said, sport.
Yeah, and I think it's great. I really do enjoy it, and I know if you check our video version of the podcast this episode, we're going to post some of his promotions that he's putting on. You've got a drag race, drift race coming up.
Yes. So October 22nd through 24th, we will be at SGMP, which is about 15 minutes above Valdosta in Adel, and we'll have our first ever drag racing competition. drifting competition and car show, and you guys, everybody will be able to compete for a pot of over $26,000.
Wow. See, that's cool. That's good. And that kind of thing kind of became popular when Discovery Channel and all started
Yeah.
putting on the Pinks,
Yep. Street
the Street
Outlaws.
Outlaws and all. I actually was in a Pinks edition with my
Oh, that's cool.
Dodge SRT pickup truck that I used
That's
to
really
land
cool.
speed race. I converted it into a drag racer and did it in Gainesville. And that's
Awesome.
where my granddaughter became a car nut. She was in her little stroller, but she used to flag the cars. So she was like,
That's cool.
woohoo. So it was one of those things that was funny. But yeah, I got to experience TV. That's when I got the bug for wanting to be on with doing that with the TV and like, oh, this is cool.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
know?
seriously.
But I really appreciate all the things you do. What now? Just real quick, what kind of cars do you have cars? Do you care about cars, or are you too busy to have cars?
So I've had cars for a long time, but currently I do not. I sold my car, my most recent car, which was a Mark IV Supra. I sold it when I bought my UPS store to try and recoup a little bit of
Ah,
the financial burden that came with.
so
So
so is so the UPS store is going to be the way you support Staker Productions, or is Staker Productions going to support the UPS store?
I mean, they're kind of independently of each other.
Yeah,
The main idea is that I'm looking at trying to purchase other businesses that can support Staker Productions because I look at the things that cost me the most money.
right.
And as a promoter, I have to figure out the best ways to reduce cost. And so the UPS store, I can do all of my own printing in house now. So I don't have to outsource that
That's
anymore.
right.
So there's a lot of benefits to it. But for the most part, they're kind of, I try to keep them independent, you
Well, I
know?
think it's a good idea. Like me, I had worked for my family business for a long time. Then
Mhm.
I started Sign Talk Graphics, which was my business that makes things like this.
I love it.
And same way, like I said, with UPS stores
Mhm.
nowadays, used to be a UPS store was basically you just went and actually in Jacksonville, you went to the airport to the
Yeah.
UPS
The hub.
depot
Yeah.
and handed them a box, and that was it, or the post office.
Yep.
Now UPS stores, like you said, and FedEx with Kinko's, they print.
Mhm.
They're in competition with me. I go to my UPS store. I have a UPS box. That's where I get all my deliveries.
Uh huh.
But they actually are in competition with me. They make, like I said, they print their own signs, their own
Mhm.
banners. So I don't blame you. It's a good idea. But the Sign Talk is my main
That's awesome.
breadwinner, and of course, it takes care of all
I
my
love
hobbies
this.
and this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And
This came out great.
yeah, I think it came out pretty good. I like it, and of course my logo, it's
Mhm.
it's it's what I look like underneath. I still have the hair and a mustache, but no skin. But well, I think that's about it for today.
Mhm.
I really appreciate you coming in. I'm sorry I made you wait,
You're good.
but I cannot wait to see that show coming up in September.
Yeah.
And what date was it again?
September 26th,
And it's called
Endless Summer Showcase.
Endless Summer Showcase. And are you getting close to being full?
Yeah. Right now we are under 40 VIP tickets left, and we have I want to say less than 35 standard tickets remaining.
Wow.
So
All right. Well, you guys go on my video on YouTube, and you'll see a link to Trae's place, and get those tickets. The VIP tickets are going to be awesome.
yes.
So it's on the deck, on the upper deck, right?
Yeah. So with the VIP ticket, it is more money. Obviously, it comes with a T-shirt. It comes with a free lunch, 2 drinks, non-alcoholic or alcoholic, and a free or area on top of Deck Alive called SIP, and it's going to be the cool down area, which will give you a great view of the event itself.
Yeah, that's gonna be cool. And then, like I said, if he does let me do the live broadcast, I'll be out in the field running
Mhm.
around, acting like a fool, and then I'll be up at my spot on deck, getting lit. So we should have a good time. And just by the way, in case I think you may have seen, I've been trying to promote the fact that I'm getting ready to restore a Corvette.
Yeah.
That was a race car for my buddy Sean Rowe,
Mhm.
who has stage 4 brain cancer. Well, just to update everybody, it's now been 2 months.
Mhm.
He is not in remission, but he is much better.
That's awesome.
He has. Are you a Star Trek fan at all?
Yes.
Okay. Do you know the Borg?
Mhm.
Well, Sean is now a Borg. He has this cap that he has to wear 23 hours a day that has all these wires that come out of it and goes to a battery pack, and it sends these impulses through his head,
That's
and it
crazy.
helps keep the tumor from spreading. But he has
That's
to wear it
really
all
cool.
the time, so he had to shave his head.
Uh huh.
And he has this cap, and then he has this other cap that he wears on top of it that's like air conditioned.
Mhm.
So I swear to God, he looks like a Borg. So I've been telling him he's part of the collective now.
Yes.
But he's doing good. So
That's
thank you.
awesome.
All your prayers. Keep him up and go to the GoFundMe page. And I guess peace out, guys. We'll see you next time on Sticker Dick's Garage.
Awesome.
Thanks for riding along with me today. Make sure to subscribe so you never miss an episode and follow along with Sticker Dick's Garage wherever you get your podcast. If you're loving the show, do me a favor. Tell a friend on your next ride. Until next time, keep making those bad decisions worth remembering. Because as we all know, bad choices make great stories.